Thank you.
He cut the bulge a lot, Sanches, by winning that last game, because now they're right back on serve.
Is that marvelous? Either make this perfectly or you're out of the point anyway. Watch how low McEnroe stays when he makes this little volley. Right here. Down just behind the service line. Perfect angle. Great touch. Look how low he is. Hands out in front. There's a little movement in the wrist, the hands that great tennis players have that you cannot teach to anyone. You can't describe it. It's just there when you need it.
But McEnroe, in fact, has got to work that hard. Yeah, he's got to work even harder than that, so he doesn't have to make such an astounding volley from such a tough position.
All the time, you can't do that.
He just can't.
Right.
He's got to move harder so that he doesn't have to make great volleys.
That's where that service break hurt him so much, because it just makes that road back that much longer.
Look how much further in the net he was on that one. He just kept moving in off of his approach shot and had a very simple volley.
101 miles an hour on that serve by Sanches, so he's not losing much in that department. 15-30. John has made very few passing shots.
He sure has.
He's made very few, and that's an area where he used to be absolutely devastating. He's made a lot of good approaches off the second serves.
My feeling is Sanches, he's a good volleyer, but he's not a great volleyer low to high. McEnroe should just try to work it a little bit. You know, make him volley up and then pass it.
40-30.
He's just not, Sanches doesn't even have to take a swing at these.
That's something that is just about lost in the game now, getting the ball down, taking a little pace off, and making a player work for it. If you're not in a position to make a good high percentage attempt at the passing shot, there was a time when the player tried to get it down and stay in the point. Where did that shot come from? Vintage McEnroe. Sanches deep, hits a short ball. John casually drops it over the net and walks on in.
In fact,
good racket preference. Go ahead, Mir.
I was just going to say that touch shot he made so well was only the 6th time in 44 points he won a rally on a ground stroke. Everything else every other winner he's had has been at the net.
Right. And that's why he's coming in at all costs.
That's
because
right.
He just has no confidence. 3 hours they've been out there, Patrick. You would suspect the legs would start to get a little weary after 3 hours.
And again, McEnroe was right on top of the net for this final volley. A lot of people try to, watch what happens here, a lot of people try to save energy, not try to close in as much. In fact, you're going to lose that way. You've got to make the effort to get that tight to the net. It makes things so much simpler. Look, he takes a real nice gallop there to be in a good volley position.
Yeah, he made a great return, deep and right down that line. He has a break point.
Boy, hasn't Sanches come back well on break points again?
And he put a little extra stuff on that serve, too. Not necessarily just speed, but direction, location. You ever watch tennis players' eyes are darting all over the place. They want to know everything that's going on.
Advantage, McEnroe.
101 miles an hour, and McEnroe takes it early and gets it into a spot where he puts Sanches in trouble. Right here. Now look at John. He realizes he's hurt him. In he comes. Sanches forced to try to make a pass on the run. Not bad for Sanches. 5 breaks and 13 attempts.
Flat place.
McEnroe has not been able to do it that well, but he has a break point here.
And he's going to look at a second serve.
can't believe it. He did everything but make the volley.
He might cry.
Watch John now. He anticipates. He covers it down the line. He's there in plenty of time. Overplays it. Now watch him. We'll see what Emilio thought of this one. Oh, he knows he got lucky there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He barely missed the net.
You usually see more expression on the guy that lost the point than one that wins. At that time, we got some from both of them.
Advantage, Sanchez.
Smart play by Sanches. McEnroe hurting him by coming in off the return of serve. So he said, I'll come in. Maybe you can't come in then. See if he comes in again here. Missed that one wide.
Deuce.
Living on the edge, isn't he?
Really?
The McEnroe short backhand cross court was such precision because it was coming off one of those heavily topped forehands of Sanches, and John got out in front, clipped it cross court just over the net. Good angle.
Advantage, Sanchez.
McEnroe had this fantasy about coming into the U.S. Open the way Greg LeMond came into the Tour de France, not putting all the pieces together until the race had actually started. He's been up and down more hills than LeMond was. Sanchez is real quick. I don't know that McEnroe should keep tempting things by going for this one, because he even had a play on this. He's so quick.
Watch well, we missed the short forehands by Sanches. That's what let McEnroe work his way in. I think you're right, Mayor, but I think McEnroe is relying on the disguise of it too, not necessarily seeing it coming.
Deuce again.
Sanches has not been able to pull that string on the forehand quite as well here. He's hitting the ball shorter and shorter. That can help McEnroe if he can take advantage of it. See if Sanches wants to come in behind this serve.
He'll have to.
Awfully good stuff by both players. Great touch by Sanches.
2 games off.
Here's another look, and watch the good touch. Good depth here. Great shot by McEnroe, but he's got so far to come, he just can't quite get there.
But that's a good idea for McEnroe. He's doing what we mentioned before, chipping it in there, setting up the next point.
Those 31-year-old legs just can't quite deliver him in time. A long haul, a long run to no avail. But John can't afford to save anything.